Health. I'm just going to do the housekeeping and then turn over the really exciting stuff to our panel of speakers. So everybody should have received a packet or an agenda. So we're just going to go through the event today following the agenda. So Mayor Mahoney will be our first speaker. After he has shared some comments, we'll have Michelle Draxton get up and speak. Michelle is our breastfeeding coordinator, so she'll have some comments to share. We've made some exciting changes to the website that has all of our breastfeeding resources on, so Michelle's going to be very excited to share those resources with you. Michelle has a couple special guests that will get up and speak, and then we'll take a look at the website, and then we'll also have a chance to recognize members of the audience who are in the business community who've received the designation of having an infant-friendly business. So with no further ado, Mayor Mahoney, I would invite you up to speak.
Good morning. I'm always a little excited about new programs that come out and are going on in the community. And what a lot of people talk to me about sometimes is workforce, but it's important in workforce to allow accommodations for people who are in our workforce, a very big part of our workforce. So we're really excited that we have 40 businesses that have been designated as infant-friendly. And so they have breastfeeding rooms in their businesses to help out in this area. I'm also happy to say that the new City Hall already has its room designated and ready to go. So we are doing that in anticipation of the needs of whoever comes into our City Hall. As a physician, one of the things I'm really excited about is that immunity is really a big part of a child as they grow. And if a child is breastfed for a certain amount of time, they have less sickness and illness. And oftentimes for a mother to think about that, you then are seeing the doctor less, and you're not going to be at home with your child as much, or not able to work because your child is sick. So we see it as an important element in our workforce that allow people to do that. The other thing I think is our website has really done a great job. The team that worked on the website, Greg, Brian, and Katie have done a great job. We think that you will like that website. It'll be easy to navigate to see what can I do as a business and how can I get involved with that. But in the end, it's all about what we make Fargo as a community, Fargo, West Fargo, Moorhead, as a place where people want to come and work and live. And if we find that we have programs like that, we think that's a friendly part of being in a city of our size, and it's something that's important to our citizens. So congratulations, and I'll have Melissa explain the rest of the program.
Thanks, Mayor Mahoney. So I'm Michelle Draxton. I'm a breastfeeding coordinator here at Fargo Public Health. And as a health department, we're really excited to be able to promote and support breastfeeding in our community and share with you this morning some resources that we have available for businesses as well as new moms around this breastfeeding support initiative, as well as give you a preview of the website, as Mayor Mahoney was talking about. And it houses all of those resources. And then we also want to highlight the businesses in our community that do hold that infant-friendly workplace designation. So for businesses, we do have resources available to assist in creating a breastfeeding-friendly environment for their employees. And we are also able to assist them in applying for and achieving that workplace designation. Fargo Public Health, we are available to work with businesses to help them find or create a comfortable private space for moms to be able to breastfeed or pump milk while she is at work. And we have many grants available, or grant funds that businesses can apply for, so they can utilize those funds to be able to create that private and comfortable space. We are also able to help businesses create a breastfeeding support policy and help them to apply for that infant-friendly workplace designation. The designation process is through the North Dakota Department of Health. It is very easy, it's all online, and it's free. So our hope is really that the process for businesses is streamlined and that it's easy, so that they find a space, they draft a policy, and they become designated. For moms, finding that balance between having a new baby and breastfeeding and thinking about going back to work is really important, but it can also be very tough. So we wanted to make sure that we are able to support moms as well. Several weeks ago, we launched our Back to Work Mom program to do just that. So Back to Work Mom, or for the more social media savvy, hashtag B2W is what we are calling it. That provides resources and classes for moms who are planning to go back to work after baby and want to continue to breastfeed. Moms can also sign up to receive text messages. So those are breastfeeding support text messages, where moms would receive weekly messages through the remainder of their pregnancy, as well as up to or when baby turns 6 months old. So supporting new moms from a public health standpoint who want to go back to work and continue breastfeeding and meeting their goals is very important, as well as supporting businesses in their efforts to support their breastfeeding employees. And so it's an important initiative for Fargo Pass Public Health. As Mayor Mahoney spoke to, breastfeeding, it prevents disease, it promotes health, and it really is part of that role in achieving health equity. So with that, we are going to hear from Kate Bjorklund, who has had a positive experience as a mom returning to work at a designated business. And then we will hear from Becky Knudsen, who is the manager from a designated business as well. And she will be able to speak to the ease and benefits of supporting employees. So with that, Kate.
Thank you so much for having me. I have a little bit of a cold, so you'll have to excuse my raspy voice. My name is Kate Bjorklund, and I have worked at Discovery Benefits for 7 years. I've also had 2 kids while I've been there. I have a little 3-year-old girl whose name is Willa, and I have a almost 1-year-old boy named Jack. So I've gone through 2 pregnancies and now 2 years of breastfeeding, 1 year for each of my kids. I was asked to come today and talk a little bit about my choice to breastfeed, and then also the fact that Discovery Benefits has a mother's room and supports me in that way, and how that's impacted me. And so I just wanted to share a little bit about my own personal choice about breastfeeding. I had, of course, while I was pregnant, heard about all the health benefits, both for me and for the baby. And I also had done a lot of research about the bonding that happens while you're nursing your infant. And so my plan was I just wanted to try it and see if that came naturally for me and for my baby. And it did. And I was really proud of that, and I connected with my baby, and so it kind of just was my body's way of reaffirming that my choice was something that I could do. And so my first goal was just to get to 6 months. If I could get to 6 months, I wanted to make it to a year. And so that's kind of how I navigated that. When I was asked to come and talk today, I did a little bit of math. And if you're a new mom, you probably know that it was not mental math. So I did a little bit of math, and I came up with a number of 2,100 times, around 2,100 times. And that's the amount of times that I have pumped in the last year to produce enough milk to feed my 1-year-old son, Jack. And that number was just really astonishing to me. 2,100 times I had to figure out where I was going to pump. And here are some things that I think about when I'm going to pump. So bear with me here. Put yourself in this position. Will there be a bathroom? Is the bathroom going to have a plug-in so that I can actually plug my pump in? If there's no plug-in, is my battery pack going to work? Do I have extra batteries with me? If I don't, is there going to be a plug-in near the sink? Are people going to walk in on me while I'm pumping? And is my shirt long enough where I'm going to be able to be discreet and pump in a bathroom? Are people going to ask me questions? Are they going to judge me? All of these things caused me great anxiety when I was pumping, and I've pumped many places. I've pumped certainly numerous times in cars, in airports, at churches. I've pumped in bathrooms. You name it, I've probably pumped there. So all of these things were nerve-wracking for me, and as a new mom, the anxiety of just having enough milk to feed your infant for a year is a lot, let alone having that additional anxiety about where you're going to pump. So I just feel so grateful that Discovery Benefits has offered mother's rooms, and during that transition, as a new mom coming back to work, I never had to have those anxieties, and I never had to have those worries about will there be a safe and private place for me to pump at work. And honestly, I've kind of taken it for granted. So if you get anything from my own personal experience, I hope that you get that having a safe and comfortable place to pump for a new mom is so huge, and it relieves so much anxiety and stress on an already stressful transition for a new mom. That's what I hope that you take away from that. It's huge, and it's made a huge impact on me and being able to continue to breastfeed for a year for each one of my kids. So thank you.
My name is Rebecca Knudsen, and I have been employed at Floor to Ceiling Carpet One for about 13 years now. My husband and I have been married for that same time, so we've been married 13 years and took our time having babies. And so I have a 5-year-old at home and a 2-year-old at home, both of which I nursed and pumped my time at Floor to Ceiling Carpet One. So I was probably 1 or 2 or 3 of the younger mother generation that has started at our company the last few years, and knew that I was going to be a breastfeeding mother when I came back to work. So I can totally relate to everything that Kate was saying. And our company was always really willing to give us a private location to do that, whether it be a private office. We actually never even had the conversation of doing it in a bathroom. It was wonderful. Our owners were extremely supportive of that, and it was a really easy transition to come back to work. I, fortunately, was one that had a private office, so one of the gals in our office ordered a window treatment to go over my glass door. One of the warehouse managers grabbed a new doorknob lock and was able to make my office a private space for me to pump. There was another gal in our office who had the same situation. She was able to make her office private as well. Through transitioning through our employees, we changed desks and locations within our company frequently, just to switch things up and new roles. And I changed offices, my lock and window treatments went with me, and then new staff started getting hired. They were a lot younger women and a lot more quantity of them, and we quickly realized that we were lacking the space of private offices to be able to assist those young mothers that would be coming back to work. So that's where we constructed our own private nursing mother's room. Being an interior designer by trade, we enjoyed making that space comfy for the new moms and my own experience. So we worked with a local furniture store in town and got a really nice, comfy commercial furniture, piece of furniture, chair in there, cute little lamp. We have a refrigerator space in there, a big storage cabinet that we actually stocked full of items that the mom would need. As a mother, when you're taking that few minutes to be by yourself and get taking care of the pump done, grocery lists are running through your mind, what you need to get done, different tasks, maybe even some work things. So we stocked it full of pens and paper and magazines if you just want to take a break. So it's a great space. If you're ever in our store, I welcome you to come by, swing on in, and it's tucked way back in the corner. We wanted it to be very quiet, very private, because we are a retail showroom, so we have a lot of traffic in and out of our stores. So when we knew that we needed to create that space, we talked as a management team, and there was no question about it. We just knew that we had to do it. And it's been wonderful support from our ownership and our staff. When a young mother comes back to work, we actually have our second one to use that space. She came back this week with her first baby. We knew that we needed a space for them to take this time out and this break for them to happen and feel comfortable in that transition that Kate spoke about. So everybody's really supportive because, again, we're a retail showroom. We have clients that walk in, contractors that walk in on a daily basis, sometimes unannounced too. And the staff knows sometimes when you see that mom walk towards the room, and so they all we have each other's backs and just say, she'll be back in about 20 minutes. Can we help you in the meantime? And so everybody really plays a role in that as kind of a family network within our company. So it's been a wonderful experience for myself personally, but then to watch my staff enjoy that space as well has been very, very fulfilling. So thank you.
Thank you both very much. I have personally seen both of the spaces at their businesses, and they are both lovely. So I don't know if you ever give tours of them, probably not, but I will let you know they are very, very nice. I just want to take a couple minutes to go through our website, just to give you a little bit of a preview of the work that has been done. This has been a labor of love, kind of pun intended, of putting together a website that was user-friendly, that housed all of our resources, and really made it an easy process for both businesses and moms to be able to get information about breastfeeding support, applying for that designation, and being able to provide everything that they need. So this is the overall look of our main homepage, and you can kind of see a theme with our logo. We have a section for employers or for businesses. Everything for that target audience is kind of in that navy color, in the navy blue. We really wanted to make it easy that way, color coded, and that makes my heart happy, selfishly. So we have, resources, the grant funds that I spoke about earlier, information about that is on there. We have been reaching out to businesses who are designated to get some information and to have them tell their story, and so we are putting their success stories on there as well. Assistance in creating that space, drafting a policy, and then information about how to become infant friendly. Scrolling down, everything for new moms and employees is in purple. So all of our back to work mom information about our classes, infant friendly work sites, resources, all of that stuff is on there. And moms can also sign up to receive those text messages through our website as well. And another piece that we didn't chat about much today, but we are also focusing on child care providers as well because of their unique role in supporting breastfeeding moms. And so they're kind of more in that gold color, and they're also on this webpage if any of you have kiddos that go to child care and need some more resources in that regard. So I invite you to tour the website as you're able, and kind of look around and find some information. That website is fmbreastfeeding.com, so you don't have to worry about the long tag up top, it's just fmbreastfeeding.com. So with that, I would like to recognize the businesses who have that infant-friendly workplace designation. I am going to read through the designated businesses. If you are present, we do invite you to come up to the front. We have a certificate for you, and we would love to recognize you. And you and anybody from your business, doesn't just have to be one of you, there's more than that. And stay up front, please, because we are going to get a group photo. So, as Mayor Mahoney said, we have 40 businesses who are designated in our community, which is great. We are hoping to increase that too, so hopefully some initiatives will help get more businesses on board. The currently designated businesses are A Child's World, Agassiz Fargo Public Schools, Apex Physical Therapy and Wellness Center.
Yeah, get that.
Thanks, Mayor. Apex Physical Therapy and Wellness Center, Cass County Government, the City of Fargo, City of West Fargo, CoreLink Administrative Solutions, Court Plus Community Fitness Center, Dakota Medical Foundation, Dawson Insurance, Discovery Benefits, I-Bailey, Elam Care Center, Fargo Jet Center, Fargo Park District, the Fargo VA Healthcare System, First Choice Clinics, Flint Group, Florida Ceiling Carpet One, Gate City Bank, Hornbacher's Lillisell Research, Manor Care Health Services, North Dakota State University, Plains Art Museum, Prairie Roots Food Co-op, Preference Employment Solutions, Spartan Nash, Sundog, TMI Hospitality, Town and Country Credit Union, Transgarden Sullivan Dental, Weather Modification Inc., West Acres Mall, Wex Health, the YMCA Early Learning Center South, and the YWCA of Cass.